alive. Let me start with this truth today. Reading does not fail because of intelligence or the lack of it. Reading fails because of brain chemistry. If the right chemicals are not active, your brain will resist reading, no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how motivated you are. Today, I want to show you the five brain chemicals that quietly decide certain factors. These chemicals are important to note because they determine whether you stay focused or drift away when you pick up a book. They determine whether you remember or forget what you read. And they determine whether reading feels light or heavy for you. Most importantly, these chemicals determine, and they will also show you why forcing reading shuts down these chemicals. Because if they determine these three factors, why you remember or not remember, why your focus drifts or stays intact, why whether reading feels light or heavy for you, that means we must pay attention to ensuring that these chemicals are up and about. They should not be shut down at all. So I'll be showing you these chemicals as well as why these chemicals must not be shut down. And one way that shuts it down, of course, is forced reading. Are you ready? If you're ready, put in the comment section for me. I am ready. Hello, and I am Leslie Grace. You are welcome. I'm glad to have you today. I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. I help you master confidence smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, and of course, smart speaking. Today, we're looking at the five chemicals that determine what it is to actually start, stay, finish a book with concentration and creation. Are you ready? If you're ready, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let me know. Are you here? Let me know in the comment section and nation you're joining from. I'm so glad to have you here today. It is good that you joined in here today. Can I be seen? Can I be heard? Where are you streaming from? Okay, let's go. Chemical number one. Can I be seen and heard? Dopamine. Dopamine, otherwise called the motivation chemical. Dopamine is called the motivation chemical. Is is dopamine. Dopamine is the motivation chemical. I hope you find it difficult to hear me here alone. It's a crime to be here alone. Dopamine is what makes your brain say, "Yeah, this is what to do with, this is what to stay with, this is what to continue with." But you see, when dopamine is low, you realize that you begin to procrastinate reading. You scroll instead of reading. The reason you are scrolling on social media is actually because of dopamine. It's dopamine that causes that scrolling on social media. So dopamine makes you to keep postponing later, later, later. Many professionals are unstable. You are dopamine depleted. Work, long hours, constant pressure, delayed gratification at work. So reading begins to feel like effort without reward. But when you force reading at this point of your life, your brain pushes back harder. And that's why it feels like you are struggling to read and you can't seem to sit, start, and finish a book. Why? Dopamine has been shut down. One thing that shuts dopamine down is forcing your brain to do something that your brain doesn't, that it doesn't, dopamine doesn't consider this thing worth it or something you should do. The good news is that in the Healing from Reading Trauma course, you'll be able to get access to a system and a way to build healthy dopamine loops around reading. So motivation returns naturally, not something done artificially. You realize that you're now motivated to read naturally. Can I be seen and heard? So every time you force yourself, drag yourself to read, what you're doing is that you're shutting down dopamine. Dopamine just keeps saying, no, we're not ready. We're not ready. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. The good news is that the Healing from Reading Trauma course will rebuild healthy dopamine loops around reading. And we give you the system to make reading return naturally, not artificially. The details to join the Healing from Reading Trauma course is on your screen. Join that course right now because if you do not take a hold of your dopamine, you will keep on scrolling on social media because it gets bursts of dopamine there. But you can actually curate that same system with your books. That's what the healing for reading trauma course will do for you. You can actually curate that same system with your books. So pay attention to the number one chemical responsible for whether reading sticks or slips away. Like I said, reading is not just an intelligence issue, it is a matter of brain chemistry. So the first is dopamine, the second is norepinephrine. See, I took my time to pronounce it. Norepinephrine. Now, this is called the focus chemical. Leave the heavy word, okay? Just take it as the focus chemical. This chemical controls alertness and attention. This is the chemical in charge of attention. This is the chemical in charge of alertness. Now, the thing is that when this chemical is too low, when the focus chemical is too low, the chemical that is called norepinephrine, when it is too low, your mind wanders. You reread the same page. Your focus begins to slip away. At the same time, when it is too high, reading feels stressful. Hello, Matilda Francisca. So good to have you here. Let me know in the comment section. Where are you joining me from, Francisca? So good to have you here. Hi. When this chemical is too high, reading begins to feel stressful. Your body stays tense, retention drops. But you see, most professionals live in chronically high norepinephrine tension because of stress. You're a busy professional. I understand. You are stressed. Your work is demanding from you. Family is demanding from you. Church or ministry or your religious activities are there. This is why the reading from healing from reading trauma course is curated. Come and get healing. Come and get into a space where you'll be able to learn how to bring chemical, this focus chemical into optimal range. So it is not too high, it is not too low. And that way, focus stays calm, not forced. Not forced. Focus stays calm, not forced. And that's why the first guide you will get when you join the Healing for Reading Trauma course is the Heal Before You Read. Heal Before You Read is a step-by-step guide to actually get you to put these chemicals in place. That guide is about these five chemicals. How do I get to so for something like the focus chemical, which I talked about just right now, this chemical called norepinephrine. This chemical, if it is too high, is bad, dangerous. If it's too low, it's also bad. But when you come to that, because you keep it at the level where it's meant to be okay, where that chemical feels calm, where reading doesn't. So all this I read, I don't focus, I don't know, I don't concentrate, I don't. I was in a conversation today with a book binger, and the book binger says, "Coach, I never knew." So the book bingers both is our inner circle program at the Smart Speakers Academy. If you're just joining me, where we help busy professionals like you read a book a week. Their book of choice at their time with speed reading and systems for daily practice. We've viewed everything for you in the booth that can make you, no matter how busy you are. In the book bingers booth, we have busy professionals. I'm talking doctors, nurses in the UK, US who are super duper busy, yet they are pressure freely doing a book a week or year. Okay, including yours faithfully. Yes, I pay. I pay and I stay inside the book bingers booth. And I follow through the system. Yes. Number three, the third chemical, acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is called the learning and memory chemical. So I talked about the first one, dopamine. And you know, dopamine is the motivation chemical, the interest chemical, the chemical that whether this thing are we going to do it or not. And two, I talked about norepinephrine, and I said norepinephrine is the focus chemical. It's a chemical that determines whether you stay there, and then when it's too high, it's not good. When it's too low, it's not good. So balance is the key. Now, the third one is acetylcholine. This life is going to be short, by the way. Acetylcholine is the learning and memory chemical. Let me explain. These chemical, these chemicals are also you. This chemical will help your brain. I'm not a scientist, right? But as a confidence coach, my job is to help you master confidence markers through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. So anything that has to do with smart reading, which is the foundation of what to do at the academy, then I'm up for it. So I was saying initially that a book reading, two book readers actually shared a testimony with me today. One says, Coach, I went for a program and the people that knew me could not recognize me. Even me, I could not recognize myself. Because the way I sounded, the way I was doing my delivery, the way I was, and then she just went on and on and on. And I said, that is what the ecosystem of the academy is all about. Smart speaking is an effect, it's a consequence of the choice you made to read. That choice affected how you think and it's resulting in how you speak all the time. So, because that is key, that's why I'm taking my time to learn the chemicals involved, learn the whole brain science and everything. Because the brain is what you used to read, right? So that's what the conversation is all about. C'est clair? All right, back to acetylcholine. Acetylcholine, the learning chemical, the memory chemical, is the chemical that helps your brain to process information, connect ideas, store what you read. But if this chemical is blocked, reading feels pointless. That's why you hear people say, what's the point? Why? If you can explain it to me, explain it. I know they don't want to go and read it. Nothing sticks even when they eventually try to read. Memory just fades quickly. Something you told them yesterday, they can't remember in 3 days' time. Stress is the biggest blocker of acetylcholine. So when you read under pressure, your brain literally refuses to store information. But the good news is that in the Healing from Reading Trauma course, we remove stress before reading. We give you a way to distress before you pick up a book. This morning, I was with the diaspora finance community. So the diaspora finance community is a community of busy professionals in the diaspora that are all about their confidence. So and I said to them that there is the hormone for work. That hormone is called the urgency hormone. That's why you see that you who struggles to read for 20 minutes, you can actually be on your work for 6 hours and don't feel tired. But pick up a book and you can't do 20 minutes, otherwise you're tired. What comes with the urgency hormone? But reading requires the safety hormone. It requires that this acetylcholine has to be calm. It shouldn't be blocked. But you see, if you have been struggling with reading, it's already blocked. Interestingly, sadly enough, because stress blocks it. So if you are the average busy professional, it's already blocked. I was there. I couldn't finish a book in years. But today I'm doing a book a week. Not alone. I have a community. I'm holding busy professionals across the globe by the hand to do it. Their book of choice at their time. Teaching them speed reading and giving them systems for daily practice. Your brain literally refuses to store information when acetylcholine is blocked. That's the chemical responsible for learning. That's the chemical responsible for memory. The good news is that the Healing from Reading Trauma course removes stress so that memory switches back in. Number four, the fourth hormone, the fourth chemical, I beg your pardon, is the serotonin. 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 This is the safety and the satisfaction chemical. Actually, this is the chemical required. This one is critical. Write in the comment section, serotonin. Just the way you hear it. Serotonin. S-E though. S-E, rotonin. Now, serotonin is the critical hormone. You need to pay attention to this chemical because serotonin tells your brain, I am safe, I can stay here. Serotonin tells your brain, I am safe, I can stay here. If you pick up a book and you cannot read it, it's because there's a chemical that is blocked. And so, because you don't have this chemical intact, there, functional, the message your brain is getting is, I'm not safe. We can't read here. This is not for us. Let's not do this. Let's not do that. Someone needs to tell your brain I'm safe. You need to empower serotonin to tell your brain I am safe. When serotonin is low, reading triggers anxiety. Guilt shows up after you were anxious, you could not read. Next thing, you begin to feel restless or impatient. Now, this is where reading trauma lives. This is where reading trauma lives. So, if reading has been associated with failure, with force, with comparison, in time past, you have unmet expectations, your brain withdraws serotonin to protect you. Your brain withdraws serotonin to protect you. But you see, the Healing from Reading Trauma course focuses heavily on restoring safety. so that you can be safe, so that reading no longer feels emotionally threatening. If you feel that way about reading, or reading feels that way towards you, it is time. It is time. Number five, oxytocin. Oxytocin, we know, is the bonding chemical. It's the chemical responsible for bond. Now, oxytocin creates emotional connection. It creates bonding for reading. Like when it's the book bingers book, we always say book bingers are book addicts. We are addicted to reading. So oxytocin is the. Can you see and hear me? If you can see and hear me, let me know in the comment section. Yes, I can hear you. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share this live with the professional that you know that is so busy that their reading is hard. Come and tell them that reading is not just about intelligence. It's about brain chemistry. So I'm on the fifth chemical now, and I will be out of your faces. I said number one chemical is dopamine, which is the motivation chemical that determines are we going to do this or not. Number two, I said nori norepinephrine, which is the chemical that is the focus chemical. Number three is acetylcholine, all right, which is the learning and memory chemical. Number four, I talk about serotonin. Then number five, we are talking about oxytocin, the bonding chemical. Now, oxytocin creates emotional connection. When it is present, reading feels warm. You feel connected with your books. Your books don't make you panic, feel pressured, feel like you're forced, feel like you are under so much fire. Oxytocin makes reading enjoyable. Oxytocin makes reading personally meaningful. But you see, when oxytocin is absent, reading begins to feel cold, transactional, mechanical, forced, fear everywhere when you pick up a book. You see a book of 800 pages, you're beginning to panic. Many people lost oxytocin with reading. They are no longer feeling any bond with reading. Why? Because it became about performance, speed, productivity. Everything reading is just about let me show my result. Let me show them that I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. I can do this, I can do that. Oh, I wasn't seeing the comment section earlier. Okay, I can see. Thank you. Okay, so many people have lost oxytocin with their reading. And that's why this course is for you. The Healing for Reading Trauma course is your way to finally build emotional connection with books. You know, we cannot build emotional connection without safety. You have to feel safe around this person first before you can connect. So reading feels human again. Reading feels human again. Forced reading fails. Do you know why it fails? And I'll be ending with this. Force shuts down dopamine. Pressure spikes norepinephrine. Stress blocks acetylcholine. It's blocked. Fear drains oxytocin. Comparison kills oxytocin. So when you are forcing reading, it's literally working against your brain chemistry. That's what I'm talking about. Forced reading is not, please. You know, one of the guys you get in the 5-in-1 bundle for the Healing for Reading Trauma course is the pleasure reading planner. That guide is how to finally read. Releasing oxytocin, be relaxed. You don't need more discipline with your reading. You don't. Quote me. You need stronger willpower. No, you don't. Oh, you need tighter schedules. No, it's not true. What you need is healing. Because when the chemistry is right, you know what we talk about chemistry? So there's just this chemistry between this boy and this girl, between this man and there's a right chemistry. When the chemistry is right between you and your books, focus will return. Memory will stick. Finishing will become natural. And that is why the Healing from Reading Trauma course has been made for you. In this course, you get access to that system that can make you get these chemicals in the right place. And that's why the Healing for Reading Trauma course exists. We're not going to be teaching you how to read harder in that course. We'll be teaching you how your brain can be allowed to read again in peace, in fun, in pleasure. If any of these chemicals were off while you were listening to me, or you felt somehow, that's not a direct hit on you. No, it's not even a diagnosis. No, it is an invitation to healing. an invitation to join the Healing from Reading Drama course. Let us get the right chemicals in place where it needs to be. The information to join the Healing from Reading Drama course is on your screen and it is pinned. Or if you're catching me play, just put the comment section here and the team will reach out to you immediately and get you into the Healing for Reading Drama course. As of now, we have participants who have registered waiting for January 29th. It's going to be 3 days, January 29th, 30th, 31st, and it will be all evenings. And you get the 5-in-1 bundle for free. The 5-in-1 bundle alone is worth over 20,000 naira. You're getting it for free for a cost that you're just paying 9,999 for early bird. If you miss this course and somewhere in the year you now remember, oh, I need this course, you're going to buy it for replay. And the replay is 35,500 because you do this course only once a year. So the next one will be in January 2027. You don't want to miss it. Don't force reading, heal reading first. Do not force reading, heal reading first. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love it that you stayed up till now. The next time you'll be seeing me on your screen will be on Monday at 1 p.m. And yes, we go live Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m. West African time, sharing with you everything that has to do with confidence, smartness, through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. I love it that you joined me today. I will definitely see you on Monday at 1 p.m. Don't come alone, please. And if you know that professional struggle with reading, share this live with them. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow at on Monday. I beg your pardon. I'll see you on Monday at 1 p.m. West African time. This